Hey, it's BrickTsar. In this video, we're going to do top 5. And we're not going to do top 5 things that BrickTsar will eat. This will be top 5 rarest pieces. And this is kind of my modification of a question by Rayamatu Videoita, who asked, what are the top 5 hardest sets to find and why? So they kind of tied together. I'd been planning on doing the top 5 rarest pieces, and these are my top 5. And this is because these pieces are usually only in one set that is hard to find. So I will tell you the sets that these pieces are in. So that will kind of tie in with the question. So let's get right to it. And I could include this, BrickTsar, but he's not impossible to find. You can find him on Bricklink and on eBay. It's in a Duplo set, obviously, but I like to have BrickTsar because he is kind of rare. But let's get to our top 5. Alright, so first piece we'll talk about is a piece that is in set 307, the VW Showroom, which I think also has a similar number of 1307. Not sure what the difference of those releases are, but this set came out in 1958. It only had like, what, 50 something pieces, but one of them is this part. I'm looking up the part number, X1104, the trans clear container box 8x3x3 HO car showcase. And it's a pretty unusual piece. It's one that might look like a broken piece if you saw it, because it gets warped with age, and I bet you people just throw them out. Sometimes they say, oh, there's a broken Lego piece, I'll throw it away. And it's not broken. It is the showroom piece. I have one, and the image I'm showing you is not mine, but I do have one, and I want to build that set. Pretty much all the other pieces can be found. You got a logo for the dealership, VW logo, Lego, the light pole, the cars. Yeah, they might be a little harder, but yeah, that's a pretty rare part from a pretty rare set. Now, next up on my list of hard to find parts is the blue Quattro brick. This 2x4. The 2x4 blue Quattro brick. So this is a rare element. It is only in set 5470, my first Quattro figure. Oh, might as well throw that in there, which is Quattro Boy. So these two elements are both rare. Currently there are none for sale that I see on Bricklink, and so both parts are rare from set 5740 Quattro. My first Quattro figure, Quattro Boy in the blue 2x4 Quattro brick. Yeah, technically that last one, that's 2 pieces, but one set. Alright, next up is this piece, which is a road plate. This is, I think these are 50 by 50. I'm not going to bother counting them. But this is, actually came as a standalone road plate you could buy. You know how they wrap them up, and it was set 078, the road plate. There's also images of 2 other sets. The airport, the mini airport with vehicles, set 367, and there's another one that I've, when I'm looking for this part and for that airport, I come across, and to be honest with you, I do not even know if these 2 other sets, the airport and this other one, I can't remember the number, are actually even real sets. Yes, people on BrickSet say they own it. There are images of it. Cannot find it in any Lego catalog or any other reference, but apparently it's a real set. But the base plate is definitely real, and I have it, and very hard to find it ever even for sale. So it's just got the weird diagonals. Well, why didn't Lego make more curves like this and diagonals for actual roads? And again, these were designed for the smaller vehicles. You know, a Lego vehicle today would take up the whole lane, but those 4 wide vehicles would fit fine in there. So that is the roadway base plate from set 78. Alright, next up, now this is not it, but if you remember, I did a video showing my jumbo brick car, and it was on this plate here, this base. That one is actually broken, but I have one that's not totally broken. It's a pull toy. So this jumbo brick pull toy, but there's also this blue 2x4 brick. Alright, so this is from, I think, sets 501 and 42, but actually 501 I think shows a gray one, and I don't know if that was actually production color. I guess it is. I mean, they actually have pictures of this plate, this big thing here being gray, gold gray. But this is another one that's hard to find. Mine is actually, it's got a crack right there, but it's overall good condition other than that. And the way it worked is you'd have a string that you tied here to this blue 2x4 brick with a hole in it. And yeah, making sure this, sometimes people do it themselves, but this is actually appears to be machined that way from the factory and not somebody did it after the fact. But the blue 2x4 brick with a hole in it's pretty rare too. And on eBay, or not eBay, Bricklink, this is part X1447C01 jumbo brick vehicle 4x8 base with red wheels, but it shows that blue brick in a string that has this similar striped pattern. So I'm thinking this might be the authentic actual string. So there's really 3 pieces in one here that are hard to find. I'm never certain about the string, but it sure does look like somebody's image of it. Wonder if and this is not the same. The one in the image looks like it's actually got a broken, the back tab is broken completely off. But another rare, unusual item. So I think that pull toy is only in set 042, like that. I don't know. You tell me if you know anything different. Anyway, the next one, this is probably the rarest item that I own. I don't think it's the most valuable item I own, but I've never seen it for sale on Bricklink, and I only stumbled across it looking at pictures on eBay and shopgoodwill.com, but and I actually got the box. Now somebody else, in an unrelated question to this, asked me about boxes, and they actually did a video about that. Now I cannot find the video. They actually did one of those video bats where they talked about collecting things for Lego boxes. So if you did that, please comment below with the link to your video so I can find it again. I'm sorry I can't find it, but this is one that I collect for the box too. It's not because it's weird, because you can't really find this box. It's the 312 remote control unit. It's also in set 311. We've done a review of these, and we'll open this up and show you that. It's on the box, but this is all one piece. It is basically this device here, and there's connection there for power. And what you do is you connect this to your battery box, and so these contacts touch the bottom of the battery box, and then you steer, and this is all mechanical steering that goes here and turns that wheel, which this thing's getting all locked up with. There you go. See that? Exciting, isn't it? And then these leads here touch the motor, so you're holding the batteries in your hand, and then that touches the motor, which fits through this hole here, and then you can actually make a remote control car. I think it's pretty awesome, but for the technology of the time. So this is my rarest piece. Never seen anybody else's anywhere. So that's my top 5. But tell me, what are your top 5 rarest pieces? Do you have things in your wanted list that never seem to ever come up for sale? And I think most of these right here, including the one I'm not showing you, that I got it packed away, the VW showroom case. These are things that hardly ever come up for sale. Now, obviously, this came up for sale because we did find it on Bricklink, the Quattro boy and the blue brick there. But most of this other stuff, you never see it. So thanks for watching this video, and be sure to share it with your friends. I think these are unusual pieces. Yes, they may not be things necessarily that any of you even out here watching it would ever really even want. And they're not necessarily useful for building. I think the average Lego collector, the only thing here that might actually interest you would be the roadway plate, because you could probably use that still today. But most of the other things here aren't as practical, but they are rare. So thank you. Thanks BrickTsar for not eating Quattro Boy. He's too big. Oh no, I just not. Oh well. Ouch. See you in the next video. BrickTsar.